Welcome back, baby dolls. You know, memes. Memes are the most powerful crypto narratives. In a world of short attention span, we need to convey the maximum amount of information in the most compact medium. Memes, they deliver this story for crypto degens, all of us, and everyone can relate to them. You see, when you look at it from the outside perspective, it makes sense. Everybody's on TikTok. They have an attention span of a goldfish. You need to capture the maximum amount of attention in the shortest amount of time. Once upon a time, crypto only had 10 crypto, you know? There was like 10 altcoins with Bitcoin, right? And then it became 400 and then 700. And then I think it went to about 3,000 to 5,000 by the end of 2020. Now it's up to 22,000. Everyone is competing for attention. And attention means memes. You need people to pay attention, okay? So memes, remember, Bitcoin is also a meme itself. It's a Bitcoin internet currency meme, right? You got Satoshi's law. They're all memes, man. They're all memes. Now, obviously, I do love the meme Poor Pleb token, and we're going to go through that as well. But I've got you to understand, this is where everything is coming from. People can relate to this. Think about it. It does make sense when I put it to you like this, doesn't it? No one has the capacity to sit for like 7 to 10 hours, 3 months thinking about something anymore. They don't. And let me throw something else there for you. When people see green candles, then they get very loopy. And then they don't even bother thinking. They're like, nah, I've spent 120 minutes thinking about something, I'm going to get in. If you go back to one of my previous history posts, I did a survey on how long people spend before they buy an investment. And everyone in crypto in our category, majority of people is less than 3 hours. But it's between 30 minutes to 3 hours. Everyone. All right. And then like less than 40% is when you start to go to 2 days plus. Right. Very interesting, right? All makes sense. So it's in the best interest of our crypto narratives to stay quiet and not directly take on the banks, right? So we're going to go into a bigger cause and deep issue here, right? And because we know crypto is a money printer, and we're going to explain what that means. Blockchain gives you a license to create a money printer narrative. Central banks know that money is just one make-believe narrative. Think about it. You work, your labor hours go, you get paid in a currency, your fiat currency of your government. It stores your labor. Okay? It stores your labor. And then you have faith. So you go to work. So here is, your bicep. Here's your bicep, right? You're carrying a little hammer, right? You work and then you receive fiat and then you put it in your wallet, right? Here's your wallet, right? You put it in your wallet and then you have faith that it's going to hold value. And so you just believe in it. There's no mathematical formula. There's no like invisible hand. There's nothing. You just believe it. It's a narrative. The central banks and the governments, the IMF, they all control us. They say, hey, you're going to use this money or we're going to put you in jail. That's it. Okay. They have a very powerful ability to control the narrative. But crypto is different now. Crypto drops all the borders. It's internet currency, and we've got to never forget that. And you're probably wondering why. What do you learn from this? I'll tell you what you learn from this, okay? You never get too cocky, because one day, crypto is going to be overvalued again. And I know it's very, very, very ridiculously, in the most racist form, undervalued right now. But one day it will get overvalued. It will get expensive. And before you go and believe the BS, I want you to know these are all narratives and memes. Okay? And one day, the resurrection of the US dollar will come again. Okay? It will come. And it will be precisely when all the weak hands are in crypto again. It'll come after that. You never ever forget that. All of these are memes. So it's a double-edged sword. The meme can also be used as conviction, right? That's why we buy low. We buy prices cheap. and we go, haha, everything's just a meme anyway, this thing's going to go up, right? You can make anything when prices go up, friends. If you get an asset that's thin enough, like crypto, you just got to throw some green candles in everyone's faces, and then people start dreaming. They're dreaming about, I can retire, I can be rich, 1000x, I can make so much more money, right? They're not even going to be thinking about my third cycle curse prophecy or the targets or anything, right? So, let's go on. Crypto solves a lot of problems and also lets you create money. So if we've went through this, right, the money printer narrative is huge. You can go to Uniswap, deploy your USDC and an asset, and then you can make a story around it, and you can get people to be convinced that it's a good idea to keep putting their labor hours into this, and you can form a community around it. You form a network that is censorship resistant. You drop all the borders around the world, cross continents. Isn't that amazing that we get to see this before the universities, before all the boomers? I'm here telling you this thing is absolutely cracker. Now, with Bitcoin, we're 14 years too late. But there's other narratives that are going to come. Okay? I don't know what they are specifically. I just know there's enough degens out there who want to believe in the new exciting technology that's called cryptocurrency, and they will come and slosh money around. And your job is to sit there with your cotton socks on and your mittens and your little fluffy beanie and say, hey, I appreciate you all forming a network around my asset. However, there is a point in time where you may become overvalued. That's what your job is. It doesn't matter what the asset does. It's going to pretend like it can convince you that it is the second coming of the Lord himself, okay? Every crypto has a narrative, all right? All of them. Even beloved Bitcoin. Beloved Bitcoin's narrative is Bitcoin has no top because the US dollar has no bottom, all right? Ethereum has a narrative. We're going to be a public good. We're gonna scale the world, habibi. We're gonna get transactions down and sharding and everything in between. Alright? Everything's got a narrative. Every single coin, everything. Alright? So, if enough people believe that they should allocate resource in one place, it can become money. That's all you need. You just need people to believe. Okay? And governments will notice us when crypto crosses 10 trillion. Beware. So, it is a little bit of an ominous warning sign. I'm going to show you, friends. This is the total crypto market cap, okay? We are tiny. So, crypto equals 1 trillion. You can see it right here. Crypto equals 1 trill. Gold equals 12 trill. Stocks equals 110 trill. Okay? I apologize for that. Stocks equals... Property equals 250 trill. Okay. Cash doing nothing equals 40 trill. All right. So you can see there's something going on here, right? You got either this is the greatest scam that's ever formed, or it's one of the most undervalued things we've ever seen, or a bit of in between, right? Because it is a bit of a scam. They haven't invented everything yet. Maybe there's only like a couple of 3 use cases out of like the next 300 invented, right? So maybe there's like 297 to come, but they don't exist yet. All right? So that's something important to think about. Then, so you've got the future growth expectation, right? You're saying, okay, well, it is a bit of a scam, but then you look at everything else and you go, wait, why are they that big? And it's not really that they're so big, it's just that the government's printed so much and people have not had enough excitement to allocate away from them yet. You say that's yet, all right? And they will. Believe me, they will. You ever spoken to a stock market coper? They have no idea what they're doing. Nothing. They actually believe discounted cash flow, there's a warehouse of marginal safety. They got no idea what they're talking about. No idea. They don't know, it's just a meme. Like, they actually believe it. That's the best part. They think, no, this is a serious company, and this company's CEO is like really serious, and like we make heart pacemakers for people in the hospitals, and like, so therefore we're gonna like take over the world and assets and liabilities. They don't know what they're talking about. They literally have no idea what they're talking about. Throw Doge in their face, did 220x because Elon Musk tweeted about it. Okay, and Doge is still at a higher low than what their crappy stock made. Explain that. Well, you know how to explain it, right? Metcalfe's law. You got more users, your value's higher. That's it. But their brain's in la la land. It's just mashed potato. It's literally mashed potato with hot gravy sitting there on a dinner plate. That's their brain. They have no idea what's going on. They think literally that stocks are like really, they have to be valued something. No, they don't. No, they don't. A stock at 30 PE does the exact same job as a stock, at that same stock with like a 10 PE. All right. So see you later. As a 10 PE, you've lost permanent 66% of your money. See you later. And who's it gone to? The guy who sold on the stock market and who took it out, right? Who took out the USD from the liquidity. But they don't understand that. We are in a privileged position because we get to see this played over and over again in Uniswap. We get to see the narratives be formed. People in the stock market, they don't know that the stock market is just one big giant meme. You always hear me say it's one big giant Ponzi scheme. It is. One big meme. You get no voting rights, okay? You can't change a menu on McDonald's. You can't do anything with the stock. And even if you could, because, you're a majority owner, 99% of us are too small to matter. Who cares, right? It's all one big greater fool. Yes, it is. Everything's a greater fool. But this is my argument. My argument is that crypto is the greatest greater fool of all. You drop all the borders, censorship resistant, so easy to make the memes, and we're so early. And look how small we are, 1 trillion, right? So, whole point of my video, right, as a final summary, we are cheap, but don't forget, one day we will get expensive. And I want you to know, okay, this is what I think in my mind, all right? And if I forget this, you feel free, please, you throw this in my face in 2025. Gold is manipulated by the governments. The IMF, JP Morgan, Citadel, they all help the US government manipulate gold. They spoof the offers, they keep it down. Because central banks know that gold is the release valve. When they print too much currency, if gold goes up, it sends a signal to everybody else about the meme of gold saying that fiat currency is worthless. And the government just keeps changing the point system in the economy. That's all they do, right? It's like you're playing basketball and the government is literally the guy who controls the electricity board. He goes, you're not up like 80, 70. It's actually the other way, 70, 80, That's what they do when they print money. They get to do this, okay? And gold alleviates that. When gold appears and flashes up, that's what happens. So we know from today, the government is manipulating gold and it's 12 trillion. So what that sends a signal to me, personally. I say that, okay, when gold was about 10 trillion, that means they take it seriously. The government believes it's a big enough threat to keep its offer down. That's why I believe when crypto hits 10 to 12 trillion, that's enough for the government to go, ho, 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 we're going to have to do something. Now, I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe it's spoofing Bitcoin down. I don't know what they're going to do, but something's going to happen. And I believe if they really can't do what they really want to do, there's going to be some sort of ban, crash, scare, and we're going to get this whirlwind here, right? And, we're going to be thankful that you took profits around there, all right? I promise you, up here, if we actually get to up here, I promise you, no one's going to be talking about this is the end. It's going to be like, no, we should go to 40 trillion because, cash is maybe by that point 50 trillion. People are going to be saying that, all right? So don't forget, everything is just a meme, and you can use that to your advantage. Things are cheap, and things get expensive. Until next time, friends.